You have my compass, right? Borrow that back for a moment. Oops, sorry.
So, let's see. What's this guy here? Now, you know, you can read, but it sounds like some of you guys have never seen this before. Is that true?
It's a compass.
Yeah, it's a compass. Make a circle. So be really, really careful. One of these is decently sharp, not like crazy sharp, but you can't hurt yourself. And one side should have lead in it, correct? And then the little middle dude is kind of cool. I mean, this is a really nice compass, to be honest. So if you unscrew this dude, what does that make? If I wanted to make a circle, what have I changed? Be more technical? Radius. Good. I like it. So this would be the center, and then I could draw around. In fact, that would be the center. If I draw around. Let's see if I can do this. Hey!
She's like, no, that's
Yay! So guys, everybody, if you have a compass, take it for a moment. I want to show you something really cool. Do you also have a protractor? I know I just stole back my compass from somebody, but where's my protractor? Oh, there it is. I was playing with it earlier. Get some blank paper. Here we go. All right, guys, real quick. I want to show you something we're going to be doing more of later this semester, very quickly. Do most of you guys have a compass ready to go? Make sure, do you have a sharp place and a lead, if you have some lead in one side? And you should have a little bag in here that's got extra bits. Yes? Okay. Okay. So everybody, compass out, blank piece of paper out, yes? And maybe a pen or a pencil in addition. So on your paper, somewhere in the middle here, just make 2 points. Doesn't matter if they're across from each other, just make 2 points on there somewhere. Maybe not too far apart, something like that. Oh.
There's no like a.
Oh, there isn't? Oh shit. Well, that makes it difficult. You can borrow mine for a moment.
Oh no, it's okay. I just need to get over.
You sure you can do it? Okay. Cut it open, no.
No.
Okay. All right, guys. This is going to be a very quick little demonstration of something that's kind of nifty. So everybody got their 2 little points? Now, can you take a moment, take your protractor, and maybe using the pencil from this or a pencil, try to get a line straight through those points you made, yes? Yeah. If you don't quite make it, make your points a little bigger. What's up, sorry? A protractor? Nobody over there? You have one, okay. Share it, quickly. Or just a straight edge. You can even use the edge of the blue, the board with the Acme, the bumpy board, the blue bumpy board. That's what it would be. All right. So can you guys? This is not so necessary, but I just want to. Can you guys make the compass so that it's got one side on one and the other one on the other, just like that? See? I don't think this is, no. There's not one of the nifty ones that you can actually measure because it doesn't have a, but You guys with me on that? It's not necessary, but it's just sort of easier. Alright, whichever point has the sharp edge, take the other one and make like just a little piece of a circle. You guys see that? So have the pointy side on a point, and then make a little piece of a circle right there. See that? Make a little arc here. So just put one edge here and make a little arc. Don't make a complete circle, just make an arc. You guys with me? So open the compass so it's this wide. Go up here, make a little arc. Sorry, it's kind of hard up here. Make a little arc. Make it this wide. Rotate, make an arc. Come over to the other point, make an arc. Hi. Okay. My arc, talk to me. Can we stop for a minute? This is a basic construction. I'm going to do the next step. I'm going to see if you guys see what I'm constructing. Do exactly what we just did, but now do it on the other side. So do this, make an arc. You can make whatever sound effect you want to. Sharp point down on the other point, make an arc. Okay. By itself, that looks a little bit nifty. Now, if you take the protractor that some of you have, I'm sorry, I'm going to round up some replacement parts for you, okay? So maybe make little points for the intersection, you see? And then make a line through those. So one of the best ways to make a line through a point is to put your lead on one point and then try to make the protractor line up with the other point. Does anyone know what kind of thing I've just created?
Looks like a football.
Yeah, if I continue going, it's a football. If I kept going, maybe it's Stewie's head if I go this way. I want to see who got that reference. Does anyone know what's true about that line through my original 2 points and the line that we just drew? What do you think is true about that? They're what now?
It's a 90-degree angle.
Yeah. So what we just constructed is called a perpendicular bisector. So let's see. How do I use a protractor? What's its primary purpose? We haven't used it for its primary purpose yet. It measures angles. So if I put this rock there, that is pretty close to a 90-degree angle. Yes? I like it. And it's got a little ruler at the bottom. This side is about there, and this side is about there. So I can be more precise, but this is later this semester we will be doing some geometric constructions. This is one of the most basic little examples, and you normally can see kind of like why it works. Yes, I went the same distance that way, the same distance that way, and when I made them intersect, I made them equally distant from those sides. So can you guys tell me if I make this triangle here, what kind of triangle it is? At least? Could be equilateral, but it's at least isosceles, yes. Okay, I like it, Mikey. All right, sorry. Just wanted to show you, besides making any size circle you want to, depending on how wide you can make the poor little compass do, it also does construction. So with a ruler, a pencil, and a compass, and a protractor, you can construct all these things. You can bisect an angle, you can construct two parallel lines, so forth. Okay. All right, moving on. By the way, let me see. How many people don't have a compass at the moment? All right, you're gonna borrow mine. That's okay. Well, I gotta find one for me. I think I have one at home. Two people? 2 people. Oh, this guy is the compass.
Yes.
Yeah.
So let's do this. Hands straight up. Who does not have this?
Do I don't have like the lead or the sticky part.
Neat. So you're gonna need one. So is it 1, 2, Just two? 2 people. Okay. Maybe I'll get an extra one just in case. Moving on. Who does not have a protractor in their little kit? Oh man, see, that's so weird. Talk about random things. You don't have, oh, you will have a kit. You just have to go get it. And then we'll discover what's missing from it. So 3 right here? 3? Okay. So I'll get 4 of those just to be safe. Alright, moving on. What else is in here? What about these little dudes? What about these guys? So first question is, who is missing these guys? I'm gonna call you. What's your official name, little thing? I'm gonna call him Connecty Color. So guys, how many of you are missing these? Even the ones that had to borrow from me, so that would be 2. I'm gonna get 3 of these. All right, anybody discover a use for these?
Make shapes.
Yeah, so you, hopefully everybody quickly discovered you can kind of like put these together, yes? What shape could I immediately make if I used another one? Triangle. Can I use any of these to make a triangle? In fact, let me make it harder on myself here. Well, that might be bad. Let's see. Yeah, I can still do it. Can you imagine a situation where I might take some that I can't make a triangle out of? For example, if I had a piece that was this long, there would be no way for me to make a triangle because the minute I bent these, this would be too long to fit between them, yes? Okay. So if I did this, Jeff, if I can, do these guys want to work together? No. I'm gonna fire you. You just don't. Oh, there. Okay. So you see how this I can't make a triangle out of because this has to be flat for this to connect? Okay. So you can start to investigate. Can the sides of a triangle be anything they want to be? Now we know for a right triangle there's a limitation, correct? For sides of a right triangle, what's the limitation? What must be true? Do you guys know? Old Greek dude that actually didn't discover it. His followers discovered it and he took credit because they were in a cult. Right? You know, the math is good, the cult was bad, so we still use the math. Old Greek, yeah, Pythagorean theorem. So look it up sometime, the cult of Pythagoras. He did a few things, but his followers did a lot, and then he took the credit. And they were like, yes, take the credit, give me more credit. So with a right triangle, what's got to be true? The hypotenuse, call it C, even call the legs A and B, it's A squared, blah, 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 blah. Okay. If I have a non-right triangle, there's a more complicated version of the Pythagorean theorem. It's got one extra term. We're not going to go that deep. But it kind of relates to there's still a restriction on how long the sides can be to actually make a viable triangle. You guys with me? So this, obviously, one thing you can immediately use with this is they have various lengths. I think if you look at them closely, they should list the lengths. Let me see if I think they should. In order to look close, I need this.
Yeah. 10 centimeters.
Yeah, there we go. So this one's 14.14 centimeters. So you can get a little precise about what lengths kind of work with each other and what lengths don't. You guys see that? And of course, I love some of you guys are just connecting all of these damn things, and some of you guys are making like stars and stuff. That kicks so much ass. So, I'm sorry. Who did I sort of steal these from? I think, yeah. So, let's see. Moving on. What do we got else here? Oh yeah. Let's talk about big blue bumpy board. Some of you guys, let me see, am I special? Ooh, I'm special. Sorry. Some of you guys on one side have a little circle dude. You don't need it. So if you don't have it, you're just not special. I'm sorry. This, what do you think I use with this? Some of you guys have already discovered this.
The rubber band.
The rubber bands. I love it. And I think some of you guys made shapes already, but what kind of shapes could you make? You could be very, very boring and make a square. Now what's really cool about this, now the worst part about this kind of thing is you've armed your students. You want to try to stay away from arming students, yes? But, you know, it's up to you. So you can see how easy it is to make a rectangle from a square, that kind of thing. You can do about triangles. What kind of triangle have I made? Right triangle. So, very quickly, I don't know if you guys know this, if I go 3 and 4, you guys see that? 3 and 4? How long should this side be? This is 3 units and this is 4 units. Does anyone know that should be 5? Because 3 squared plus 4 squared equals 5 squared. 9 plus 16 equals 25. You guys, are you guys with me? Part of me doesn't mind if you're talking when you're talking about this stuff, but there's so many freaking uses for these. And the really funny thing is, if you give these to students and let them play and you walk around, you will see them do things you're like, oh, I didn't even think to do that. And then you steal it from them. That's what part of teaching is, just stealing stuff from other people. Oh, cool. And trust me, a lot of the way I teach stuff, I've stolen from people. Not stolen, just helping spread the word about it. Okay, so what other, is there a more exotic shape you can make here? Say again? Rhombus. Okay, how do you make a rhombus? If I go around 4 up here,
Yeah, okay, and then 3 up there.
I just have to go around 4 at an angle, yes? So there's 4, there's 4. Do you see what I mean? So I made a square, but then I just shifted one of the bases over, yes? Kick ass. But it's so cool to just see students, and as I'm walking around, I was watching guys, some of you guys are making little trapezoids and such, that was kick ass. Just let them play, and then you can point out, oh, you happen to make this shape. Let's talk about this shape. Right? Okay. Alright, so this board is pretty straightforward. We will use that soon enough. So that and the rubber bands go together. You know, let me do this before I forget. You're going to borrow my compass, right? Okay. Don't worry, I will get replacement stuff for the rest of you guys. And then you got these guys. Yes? I think some of you guys have more of this. I think my poor little kid is kind of lacking. Do some of you guys have like more than just one piece like this?
I have 3.
You have 3? That'll be alright. What I saw that several of you have discovered what these are good for, and it's pretty much the fact that they fold tells you what they can do. What can these things do? 3D shapes. Does anybody do puzzles? Anybody ever put puzzles together? Have you ever done like a 3D puzzle? Oh, cool. I did one of the Eiffel Tower. It's kind of cool. I know. So this reminds me, and of course I always have this fondness in my heart for pop-up books. Have you guys ever seen pop-up books? Yes. Who has made a shape out of these? I saw several of you. Oh. It's out of these shapes, or even these big dudes. Anybody made a shape out of these? Oh, there we go. We got a little, what kind of a object is that? What are the sides? What do the spaces look like? Each space looks like what shape? What kind of triangle does it look like they probably are? Possibly equilateral, okay. So somehow a 3D shape with equilateral triangle sides, yes? So one thing we're going to do as we go forward is we're going to give names to these various basic shapes, not just in 2D, but in 3D also, yes? And we will construct some of them using these. And again, you can draw, you can show computer images of shapes, but if you have a student actually construct their own shape, they connect to it better. Then when you discuss various properties, they can actually point at those as you discuss them. Okay, so I'm gonna have to get more of these for myself because these come in handy for a few things. So let me ask you this. Everybody's got these, yes? Everybody's got at least some of these? Okay. So you need some of these. You need some of these, yes, yes, yes. The triangular ones, rectangular ones, some squares, and then some circular ones, and then what is this guy? No? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What's in DC?
Pentagon.
Pentagon. You guys can see how this kind of goes together. Okay. I think that's everything. Does anybody else have something else in there? Besides, I think some of you guys had, yeah, rubber bands I had. Yeah, that's how we created the rhombus and so forth. Some of you guys have these. Let me see. Yeah, some of you guys have these, which you don't need. Does anyone remember these from 125? Yeah. Okay. So if you have a fun, if you didn't want to ever see this kid, I'm sorry. But last semester, some people told me that they kind of learned more about fractions based on what we were playing with. So these are really good for, but you don't need these. If you have them, go, oh neat, and do it visually. But be sure to turn them back in at the end. So some of you guys who are missing stuff, that is because students either lost parts or kept parts. So I will replace them. Was anybody missing any of these last parts to do 3D construction, do you think?
Missing some of the circular ones.
Circular ones, okay.
And the,
So I'm just gonna get a few more of every shape here. Okay, because I think some of you, at least one of these dots to get your kit, right? Who still needs their kit? I think, sorry, I don't mean to point you guys out. The minute you get your kit, if you forget what you're supposed to have, just email me or show me next time.
I'll get it right now.
Starting next class, we are gonna start to do some things with the parts of this kit. So by that point, I want you to have a complete kit. By that point, I'll have all the replacement parts for you. You with me?
It's in the library?
Say again?
It's in the library?
Yes, in the library. If you go in, say, where's the circulation desk? And then that's the circulation desk, you say, I need a 126 kit. And if they don't know what you're talking about, they should, they have to, yes.
I'm also missing some rubber bands.
Oh, rubber bands?
Yeah.
Okay. In fact, let me do this, because, I think I have.
I think I did okay, maybe. I hope so.
I'm hoping I did better than I expected.
Yeah, I always try and like in my head imagine I did bad. So whenever I get my grade back, I'm like, okay, it wasn't that bad.
I want a rectangle.
Always try your best.
Oh, yeah. So you're gonna have to take everything out and then put the board, so maybe that'll help you. So you're not like.
I think that does help me.
Okay, look at Bob Builder.
Hey, that looks good.
Yeah.
It's like a little house with a door.
Okay. How many people needed a compass? Who needed a compass? Oh, you needed like a replacement. Alright. Yeah,
Busting out the
you
bag.
need your bus. Not the point, the point you do is very important. Did it come in the bag? Or no?
She had 2 and I had 0.
Oh, you had 2? Oh! Alright. So you didn't have a bag, so let me give you this one. Do you have a bag? Sure. Make sure it's got. Yes. Who else needed a compass? Everybody else is somebody else? Nobody else needs a compass. Okay. Who needed
keep getting.
Let me see if I have it. Yes. I'm doing sticks.
Yeah.
You can keep, yeah, cause I can use some of these. Well, let me work on bagging these up for next time. Okay. So I still need to get some protractors, and I'll have them next time. If you happen to have your own protractor, that's always fine to use. Now, real quick, the last thing I want to do with you guys today, I see some of you guys packing up, but not quite done. So in your groups, I know on the survey I asked you what level of what grade you wanted to teach. So I just want to take a minute and maybe try to keep the noise down, but I want to let each of you kind of talk with each other. See who wants to teach what level and ask them why they want to try to teach that level. You guys good? Just get to know a little bit about each other and why your goal is what it is.
I know, already.
What's up? Oh, do I have?
just asked her earlier. So.
Oh, there you go. Okay. So if anyone hasn't shared yet in your group, share away.